last SID session celebrating Black History Month. We are joined by Councillor Freeborn and Miss Ajay, as well as arguably the largest number of students we've had who have all come from performances. So guys, how did those performances go?
Pretty good.
Very good.
Yeah,
Great.
great.
That's right.
Really good.
Do you mind me asking what you guys performed?
Yeah.
Songs, what songs did you perform?
Shosholoza. It's South African song.
It sounded lovely. I heard it outside of the playground. It was amazing. Okay, so I had a couple of questions for you guys today, and I wanted to start by asking, how is Black History Month celebrated in your school or community each year, and what can be improved or added?
I think that it's good that they let people perform, like a range of different performances, like singing, dancing, choir stuff, things like that. And also in Form we do we explore PowerPoints of different Black history
Figures.
different but figures that have that are like presented in society. But one thing that I think they should include is that we only see the main people, like we don't see people who not many people know, you know. I think they should
It's really like equality. That really shows like equality, especially like on the PowerPoints. Like she said, it shows how Black history has really like changed from like Rosa Parks' time, but before that to now. It's like really developed,
Celebrated as well.
and also these all Black history figures, just how much they have changed history.
What does Black History Month mean to you personally? Anybody?
Food.
Food. What kind of food?
Food from all over the African continent, South American continent where I'm from, Americas. Delicious food. It's very diverse.
What's your favourite dish?
Is it just one?
That's a hard question. If you could pick one, you could pick any one.
Oh, well, we have a national dish in my country called pepper pot.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it's like a stew, a really meaty, beefy stew, and that's really wholesome. It's mainly eaten around Christmas time and Easter, and it's delicious. If you mention the word pepper pot, some will know where I'm from. And it's a tiny country in South America, and it's called Guyana.
That sounds amazing.
Just to echo what we said, I'm a big foodie as well, and I think food does bring everybody together. You know, it shows a lot of heritage. You know, people come from lots of different places. Some foods are staple as well in terms of where they're from. Like I know in Ghana, for example, my family in Ghana, they bake bread. And so baking is a really big thing, and Ghanaians love their bread and they love their eggs and they love, you know, enjoying that together. So I think food does bring us together, and it's sort of a way of us sort of celebrating different cultures, especially through music as well. I think you know, the fact that there's so many different artists, so many different genres of music, it gives people a platform to sort of really express themselves. And so I think food and music especially really sort of contribute to people, you know, bringing their cultures and their diversity together and showcasing their different skills. And I listen to sort of a few different types of genres of music. I'd say it's hard to kind of pinpoint one, but I do like gospel music. If I had to categorize, I'd say gospel. Just feel like it's music from the soul. I love that. Yeah.
Bob Marley.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That is really good.
Yeah. Especially One Love.
That one's really good. Yeah. Who is a Black role model or leader that inspires you and why?
I would say Obama.
Obama.
Yeah, I mean, he made history really, for a lot of people around the world, and the fact that he's left a great legacy in everything, to know that one day the next generation after him could be where he is, or you know, or to achieve something of that level is really important for a lot of younger generation. And I think the fact that as well, you know, we don't get enough presence in terms of representation in some industries in the world, whether it's, you know, a train driver or a doctor or a lawyer, we're quietly always put on behind the scenes, and for him to have that moment is a really important, significant time. And you know, who knows, the generations after that, other inspirations and aspirations will come along one day.
And just to follow from what Miss said, I think it's really important, role models. And I think when somebody has somebody that they can look up to, it kind of inspires them, it motivates them, it makes them think, you know, I can be like them because somebody like me is doing that particular thing. But when there's sort of no role model or nobody in that field, it sort of makes it seem a bit more unachievable. Whereas if somebody's sort of been there, done that, experienced that, you can then sort of learn from them and look up to them as well. So I think it is inspiring when there are people that break the mold and are the first to do something different, because then it encourages those that are, in generations to come, to think, if it works out for them, then maybe it could work out for me as well. So I think that's quite inspirational.
Yeah, and just to add up to what Miss Ajay was saying, it was like when I was looking to write my personal statement, and it was like I was looking at the figures, and it was like 3% of we have like 3% of female black doctors, and I was just like, that's like 97% that is not black. So it's like what she says, like looking like I want to be part of that number as well. It just gives you an external force and like a driving force to just achieve what you want to achieve.
I'll say one role model I have is definitely Mary Cllr. I mean, even my form class is Cllr. But I feel like when you think about nurses and you think about hospitals and doctors, you think about maybe like Florence Nightingale. But I just think Florence Nightingale, Mary Cllr, I think they're very admirable women. And honestly, STEM is something I love, science, medicine, and I really admire them both.
It's nice to have someone to look up to as well. That is lovely.
When we learn about Black history, it's only in the month of October or a few days before. It's like we don't learn about it enough. Like obviously in history now we're learning about the slaves, but in Africa how they were enslaved just because they looked like black and they how do I explain it? They weren't treated as people. But obviously it's changed now. I really don't think that it's taught enough.
It's hard to assume a culture and identity can be contained in a month. I do agree, we definitely need to teach it more in curriculum.
With obviously in the month of October, maybe 1 month before and 1 month after, just like to keep the rhythm going. Just so when we get to October, we've already learned a bit more about it. So then we understand it a bit more once we get to October, and then the next month we'll understand it even more, and then
I think like the focus that the school has during October on Black history is amazing. Like they do truly focus a lot on it. But I do feel like throughout school, like once October is finished, I feel like culture is a huge thing in our school, and I feel like it is appreciated very much. But it would be nice to see more things about Black culture, maybe even in the food or just performances outside of October. It would be really cool.
I was gonna say as well, like what she said the other time, is like we just focus on the one that everyone know, like Rosa Parks, Malcolm X, like we know all of that. What about those people who fought silently as well, like they were in the back pulling all the strings as well? I feel like it's important to focus on them more as well. So I can agree with her where she says that we need to broaden out the Black figures that we're looking at.
Because at the end of the day, it's not just the people on the front lines.
Yeah.
People behind the scenes. Across everything. Yeah. Why is it important to learn about Black History Month beyond just the month of October?
Just so like we understand it more. Like they said, not just like Malcolm X, Rosa Parks, but others just hidden behind their shadow, who also made an involvement to change Black's history really for eternity.
And I also think it's important because I feel like it's a sense of hope. Like it's a change. It's important to look, okay, this is where I was and this is where I am and this is what I would like to see, but we can't know what we like to be if we don't know who we were. And I feel like that's important, to see a sense of hope and the motivation, the driving force just to keep going. That's why I feel like it's important to learn about it beyond, to know about who you are as a Black person. If I don't know, this is what people before me have done, how can I know to continue in their footsteps?
What would a more inclusive and diverse community embarking in Dagenham look like to you guys?
It's right here. It's right here. Right here.
Really, as we know, outside of school there's loads of racism, discrimination. but not just in Barking and Dagenham, all over the country. I wanna like try and like stop it, like try not to get, especially towards black people outside the month of October. With just like knife threats to spray paints, it's all like race and discrimination, stereotypical views. It's I just really,
It's wrong.
it's wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that people should become more educated as well, especially in schools. Like I think they should educate us more on it, because I think most people that are racist, they're discriminating is because they are uneducated.
And I would say like our generation itself, like each generation becomes more educated. We have more access to like the internet and stuff, and we truly have like being educated. We have this opportunity to create change, and I truly I agree with both of them.
And look, I can add to it and be like, it would look more like, you know, learning about it outside of October, because he used the word stereotypical, and it was just like they are assumptions, not just to do with even just the blacks. Like there's assumptions and viewpoints that are just not correct, and that's because they are ignorant and they don't know what is true. So having a space where they can learn and truly educate themselves on breaking and challenging those stereotypes, I feel like is really important.
I also feel like a perfect community in Barking and Dagenham is like not just for black people but for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone should be able to express their culture freely without feeling embarrassed or feeling judged about it.
Yeah, and I do believe that, like, I feel like most of the stuff that we do learn in school, like, although we're talking about Barking and Dagenham as a whole, I feel like everything that we learn in school is so kind of surface level, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like we could dive in so much deeper. Like, most of the things that we do know is what, like, not the main things, I don't want to say the main things, but it's like there's just so much more that we could, like, learn and educate ourselves on, because it was, like, over such a long time period, and so much things happened that, like, obviously not all of us know. So I do agree.
Thank you so much for sitting with me today and talking with me. It has been amazing, and everyone's viewpoints were lovely. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.